Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be making this Barbie cake, and her dress and everything on her is going to be made out of fruit roll-ups and fruit by the foot. So now I'm going to frost my Barbie skirt. So before you put the Barbie skirt on top of the plate, you have to squeeze a bit of icing. For it to be able to stick. Just be careful when you're grabbing it. Let's see. Put it on right in the middle. Cake is on. You frost all around. Once you got it filled, you flatten it out with your spatula. Make sure you don't see any more brown. So you just keep on doing it. You pretty much can't see any more lines of how you put your icing. So now you put on the whole cake again. So you lift it up, put it on. Take off the top layer again, you put it back on the plate. You give the cake a little push so they'll stick, but not too hard because you don't want your cake to go. So now I'm going to frost the top. I got a bit of icing on me. Now I'm going to spread it out again with my spatula. Again, make sure that you don't see any cracks of the brown. So now you put on the last layer. As you can see, there's a little bit of a gap here, so I'm going to fill it in with icing. Now I'm going to frost the cake. It doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to smooth it out with a spatula. Now it looks kind of like a mess, so we're going to spread it out with the spatula. Now that the cake is all ready, we're going to put it in the freezer to prepare for the next step. Now we're going to dress the spike doll with fruit by the foot and fruit roll-ups. So first, we wrap the doll's head in saran wrap so that the icing doesn't get in her hair and her hair doesn't get in the icing. Now you put up her arms when you have the plastic on her head so that you can work here. So I've opened a few of my fruit roll-ups and fruit by the foot, and I've decided that for the top of the dress I'm going to use yellow and red. Here I have a simple heart-shaped cookie cutter, and I'm going to use it to do the top of the dress to put on the spike doll. So I'm going to put it in the middle at the bottom to save space, and you just kind of, it's getting cut. So it's cut now, and you just peel it off. Now I have a mini pizza cutter, and I'm going to cut out the straps. I cut out one of the red strap, and now I'm going to cut out the yellow strap. And you peel it off. Cut a short piece of fruit by the foot that's orange and yellow for the belt. Well, whatever color is you like, but this is what I'm using. It doesn't have to be too long, but because look, it's not that long around. So now we're going to put everything on her body. So we're going to start with the straps. And just a tip, everything that you put on her body here, on her plastic, it has to be fruit roll-up, because the fruit by the foot doesn't really stick well. So, and anything that's left you can just eat it. So now we're going to do the second strap. And it has to be X in the back. Then you do the same thing, you just take off the excess. Now we're going to put on her top. So you just push and make sure it's sticking. You can just put your pinky like that so that it'll go. If there's a bit of bumps, it doesn't really matter. The last part of her top is the belt. So you just put it on like this, and you just wrap it around her body. Make sure everything's nice and stuck, and now we're gonna cut some flowers. You can do it in another color because it'll like be a splash of color. So now I'm gonna use this flower mini cutter to cut out a little flower to put on her top. So you just push on it, and then you press here, and you take it out. But be careful because you don't want any nail marks in it. And then you take, if you have a little tool like this, you push, not too hard though, on the flower, and then you place it where you want. I thought it would look nice as a little decoration like that. And that's her finished top. This is pretty much the funnest part of the whole project. It's experimenting of which flowers you want to decorate your dress. So me and my assistant tried a few. These are all the ones we tried. So here we have a few ruffles made for the dress, and this is going to be how it is for the whole dress. So now I'm going to show you how we did that. So you just peel off a bit, not the whole thing, and you fold it. You push at the top, not at the bottom, and it's a ruffle. Then you keep doing that for the whole thing, and make sure there's some space between all of the ruffles. So you fold, push at the top. And you just keep on doing that until you're all the way at the end. This is what it's supposed to look like. Okay. So now we're going to put all our fruit by the foots around the cake. We're going to add a stripe of buttercream so that the fruit by the foots have something to stick on. There's our fresh buttercream, and we're going to now stick all of the fruit by the foots. So for the first one, you have to make sure it's all the way at the bottom. Gently press into the cake with the fruit by the foots. So measure the gap that's missing, and then you can put the part that you And now we're going to start the next row of buttercream. So you want the ruffle up top to hang on the one at the bottom. So I'm doing this next row, this color. We're gonna put on the next layer. Now we're almost done. So now we're going to put on, I think, third last layer. That's what I'm guessing. Now I'm going to put on the rainbow piece. There's a little gap, so I have a little extra piece here, so I'm just going to measure and cut how much I need. Now I'm going to put on this one. Just push. We're almost done here. Now, it's the last part. And then we're gonna put in the Barbie. Yeah. So, let's wrap it around. There we go. Push a little bit just to get it on. Then, this goes on. Keep wrapping it until there's a little spot. So I'm so excited for the last step. We're gonna put in the Barbie. But first we have to take off the plastic on her head. Just make sure all the hair's up. Done. There she is. Since there's a bit of icing there, we're gonna just add a little flour right there. That's fine. And we're just gonna push a little there.
Go.
So, usually I'm really excited to eat the things I make in my videos, but I don't want to slaughter her. But I want to try her. So, I'm going to cut a piece. Now my assistant's going to come cut a piece. In the back more, please. Because I don't want them to, well, I don't want it to be messed up in the front. So there's where I cut, well, my assistant cut, so right in her butt. Now I'm going to try it. Take some icing and I can get it.
That was pretty much only fruit roll-up.
It's good. Thanks for watching. Bye.